Today's video is a different video for my channel, and I'm very proud of it because I think we need to talk about the hard topics. Maybe you don't feel like this will be a hard topic. From just talking to my friends, it's not very well received. So I'm going to get into all of this. This is a video though that I want you to take a piece of paper out and pen or a journal. I'm going to have you do a little activity. So it's a great time to pause the video, go and get something to write with, and then come back here because we are going to do a little exercise. I've done a lot of research on this. I have all of my notes. And this video is in partnership with Early Bird CBD gummies. I mentioned these to you last month on a YouTube video, but I've been organically using these and sharing them on Instagram for a year now. And then I recently partnered with them because I want to bring you really good, solid products that I've been using that help me. My husband has been using them along with me. And it's a perfect video to pair them with this topic. I just think it's if you need to relax, you probably should have these right now while we do this exercise together. But the whole reason I found this topic was because I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal, just like I was reading an article in Vogue that one time where I read about this product this entrepreneur created for incontinence. And I thought, you know what? My audience would really benefit from this. I know that they would. So I brought that to you. Just raw and real incontinence. It happens for so many different reasons, not just age, and it should be talked about. We have to talk about women's issues in order for them to get better. We need to communicate. We need to be able to put things into place. We need to understand what's going on with everybody. If we don't, we stay stagnant and we don't move forward. That's the way I think. When I went through IVF, no one was talking about it. This was 2014, 2015. Celebrities weren't talking about it. It wasn't this big buzzword. Oh, that's normal. Like in conversation, you would never say this. I came to my channel, I brought it out, I talked about it, and I talked about everything else that I had to go through that I wasn't expecting. Abnormal mammogram, stereotactic biopsy, all the things that no one talked about. I couldn't find one article about a stereotactic biopsy. I had no idea what I was in for. So what did I do? I blogged about it. I wrote about it. I shared my experience so other women could have firsthand experience where she went through that. This is what I should expect. So that's why it's really important to me. I am just not talking about makeup and skincare and everybody's product in the whole entire world. I'm just really tired of seeing the same thing over and over again on all these platforms. Same coffee, same shirt, same sweater. Everybody has to have this. It's like same face, right? Same face, but now it's same content, same outfit, same everything. I can't take it. It's like one big clone. So today we're talking about something that I feel is very important. Maybe we'll find out in the comment section. Maybe you don't think it's important. I really don't know because this is the first time I've talked about this topic. So I was reading in the Wall Street Journal about this man, this entrepreneur. Amazing what he's done. I'll put his name below. I will totally mispronounce his name. So it will be below this video if you want to look up who he is. And his birthday is December 30th. And every year he does a premortem. And I thought that was really interesting. So his parents died in the 90s. His mother had no regret. She was very at peace when she died. His father was the opposite. So he decided that he was going to do a premortem. So he wrote a book called Know What Matters in 2023. So from this book, there's a little excerpt. It says, I imagine my body old and frail, my breathing shallow, my life energy almost extinguished. I try to evoke the feelings I want to have in that moment, a sense of peace, completion, and most importantly, self-respect. Then I ask myself, what am I going to do now to ensure that when I reach that ultimate destination, I've done what I need to do? So he goes on to say, don't wait until the end to decide if you are proud of your life. Do it before it's too late. Do it while you can still do something about it. He goes on to say, I realized that the time to be having the review was not in the 9th inning with 2 outs. It was in the 7th inning, the 5th inning, and 3rd inning. The next line is really interesting because I did it also, and this is what makes my friends really uncomfortable. So he said that he had 1,500 to 7,500 days left. So I went and I figured out that I have around 14,873 days left if I live till 90. And it just made me start thinking. It really just made me start thinking, like, what am I going to do at that time? What do I want to do? How do I want to feel looking back? So it says at its core, the premortem is really about living with intention. Every year, he divides his life into areas of concern. He thinks about his relationship with his body, his work, his family, friends, and God. He determines what he's trying to accomplish in those areas. He comes up with the specific projects to achieve those key initiatives. Then he reviews them every quarter to monitor his progress. So what I did is that I wrote down, basically, this is about designing your life to live without regret. Picture ourselves at 90. If you are close to 90, I would round it up 95, 100. This is where you would have your piece of paper and your journal to be able to write. This is also a great time if you have maybe anxiety about this, or you can't really relax and you want something to help you relax. That's where Early Bird would play a part in this. So I started taking these for restful sleep. I like something to basically have a nighttime ritual, a wind down. I do all kinds of different things, from taking a bath to reading to just meditating, just to be able to calm down and relax my mind from all the stimulation that I do from my work. So these come in 3 different flavors. They have lemon, watermelon, and strawberry. I really love all of them. I tend to go with the strawberry, and then I do the watermelon, and then I'll do lemon. You can also get travel packs. I showed you these that I travel with. I just figure out how many nights we're going to be away, and then I throw them into the bag. Very easy. And these are THC and hemp, and every bottle has exactly what's in them. So you have this on every batch. They do third-party testing, and you'll have this breakdown of what's in each bottle. And then I got the tincture. I really like this. And you know what's so interesting about this is that you can use this in different ways. You can put it into your coffee. You can put it into butter. Besides coffee, you can make mocktails with this. That's actually something that I didn't know I could do. So that's really nice. If you're wanting to have a mocktail, so you want to have that ritual of drinking something, you can add a little CBD to your drink, which I think is really great. So you have a lot of different options with this company. I really enjoy supporting this company. They're a small Austin-based CBD company, and it's full spectrum hemp extract infused, naturally derived Delta 9 HTC. They have a 5.1 ratio of CBD to THC, and they're non-GMO vegan gummies. So really have enjoyed this. It's something to look into. I have a coupon code for you. You can click on the link below, but it's really enhanced my life, my sleep, feels so great and just replenished. And I don't want to say revived, but renewed in the morning and not so tired like I used to be. So this is our little exercise. I want you to close your eyes and take a moment and imagine yourself at 90 years old. So you're sitting in a comfortable chair, reflecting on your life. What are the moments that bring you joy? What are the things you might regret? This visualization is the first step in our life pre-mortem. So I want you to write down what comes to mind. Think about your relationships, your health, your passions, and the risks you wish you had taken. This reflection is going to help you start identifying potential regrets before they happen. Research shows that the most common regrets tend to fall into a few categories. We have missed opportunities, broken relationships, poor health choices, and unfulfilled dreams. Now I want you to take a moment to think about your own life and where these might show up for you. So I can give you some examples, like maybe you've always wanted to travel, but you keep putting it off. That's something that I have been doing since 2020. For some reason, I just get really nervous about traveling, and it makes me very upset and uncomfortable because I know I'm missing out. So that's one of my pillars. Or perhaps there's someone you love, but the relationship has become strained and you don't know how to fix it. Or do you wish you had prioritized your health or pursued a passion you've buried over the years? So this step really, ladies, I don't want you to feel that we're dwelling on what's wrong. It's really about creating awareness so we can change the outcome. You don't have to fix everything overnight, but you do need to start. And starting is today with this video, to come back to this video and listen to it again and do this exercise and have a plan. Have a plan for what you want your life to look like. You want to look back and not have any regrets because you've thought about them now. You thought about where the weaknesses are, and then you are making proactive choices and habits that are going to get you to your goal. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes our plans don't go the way we've hoped, but that's okay. I have given you that example with my whole IVF. I'm here to show you, even though it doesn't work out the way you wanted to and what you strive for and work so hard for, I truly believe God has different plans for my husband and I, and you can live an incredible life without children. It doesn't define you. It's not a requirement for an amazing life. And that's my takeaway. I represent women that've given it its all. It didn't work out, but live absolutely incredible lives. And with that said, I prepared myself at the time when I was transferring normal embryos, and I didn't know until I read some of the girls' responses on these private Facebook boards that even though you have a normal embryo, it's been tested, everything is completely right with the embryo, it can still not implant. I did not know that. And so what I did was I thought, oh my gosh, I've made it to having a normal embryo and it can still not work. Wow, didn't know that. So I started looking at women that didn't have children that were very successful. Dolly Parton, Diane Sawyer. I started really focusing on women that made their lives incredible, went on with their passions, were successful, and that's what I focused on. I didn't focus in on, oh my gosh, if I don't have children, my whole life's over. That's not what I focused on. So I also use that as an example here on the channel with you that my husband and I did everything possible. At that very last transfer, I did Lovenox. I did all the medication I did not even need to give the baby the best chance possible. I did interlipids. I put myself through so many things because I thought, let's go for it. So when we look back on that experience, I know that I did everything possible. There wasn't one thing I was afraid of. There was not one thing I didn't do. I flew all over the country. I did a million surgeries. I did everything I possibly could do. So for me, when I'm 90 and I look back at that small category of my life, I can say, I'm very proud of myself. I did everything. I did not want to reach the end and think, oh gosh, if I only did this, if I only listened to that, if I did more research. No, I did it all. So I think that's why this is really resonates with me, because I want that in every category of my life. I do not want to get to the end and have regrets and feel like, gosh, I could have pushed myself a little bit more to make that relationship stronger, or to mend that, or to work on my body, or whatever it is. The goal isn't to live a perfect life, it's to live an intentional one. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and focus in on what you can do moving forward. Remember, it's never too late to make changes, whether you're 50, 60, 70, 80s, 90s. Every moment you spend working towards a meaningful life is worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it to take this time. Throw out all of the negative dialogue in your head that you're not worth it. You can't take time for yourself. You can't do this. It's selfish to think about yourself. It's not. It's not. And time is now. Weed through all of this nonsense that you see on social media nonstop. Focus in on what's important. You don't have infinite time here. I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize that. This life is, you can say it's very short, you can say it's very long. It depends on how you want to look at it. I think that this is an important exercise to do no matter what age you are, to really hone in on how you want your life to play out. We can't control everything, but we can control this. And it's an intentional life. You don't want to go through life just kind of like, well, whatever happens. I have no plan. I don't concentrate on any areas of my life. You don't want that. You want to have a solid, feel in control of the things you can control and allow the things you cannot control to just live on. Try not to strangle everything, because you're not going to be able to control everything. And it's a very hard thing because we all want to be in control of everything, and that's just not possible. Focus in on the things that you can control and direct your attention to those, because you're going to make your life so incredible when you figure out what your real purpose is here. Now, I want to hear from you. Share in the comments below. I would love to support you on your journey. If this video resonated with you, share it with your friends. Maybe get together with your friends and do this exercise together. This is something that is very positive. It's healthy. It's nothing to shy away from. We all are moving forward to an end point. So pretending like that's not happening is just not realistic. And I think that it's very healthy to talk about death. I think it's very healthy to talk about your life and where you want to see it, because we just never know. And I just really encourage you to take control of your life, to design your life the way that you want it to be, and to really focus in on what matters. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until my next one, I'll see you later.